Thank you for making News 5 your source for election coverage. I'm Julie Newman.
And I'm Rebecca Pepin. Here are the latest numbers in the race for the White House. We are looking at a lead for Joe Biden right now over President Trump by 27 electoral votes.
The breakdown has Biden winning Virginia and President Trump winning Tennessee and Kentucky. North Carolina is still too close to call. We'll have more on the presidential races coming up in just a few minutes. Tonight is your News 5 team. We have complete election coverage, including all of the big local, state, and national races.
We begin tonight with the biggest headline. The voters have made their choice, and a Hard Rock casino will be coming to Bristol, Virginia.
News 5's PJ Johnson has been covering this since the beginning. He joins us now with what it means for Bristol and really, PJ, our entire region.
Well, guys, the Hard Rock Resort and Casino will be coming to the old Bristol Mall after more than 7,000 Bristol residents voted almost 3-1 in favor of the casino project. After almost 2 years of hard work and campaigning, this 3D model is coming to life as Bristol overwhelmingly votes for the Hard Rock Resort and Casino.
I think it happened because we got great support from our local legislators, from our local people like the city council, our mayor, Anthony Farnham, Randy Eads, and then the people want something. They know we need it. So it was a moonshot. It's a one-time opportunity.
Hard Rock will now apply for a license with the state lottery board. Hard Rock CEO Jim Allen says they plan to apply for a temporary license so they can open a mini casino by the fourth quarter of next year.
But certainly very receptive to the idea, obviously getting people jobs and, and start creating some tax dollars and opportunities for the local residents.
Bristol, Virginia City Manager Randy Eads celebrated in style with a new blazer designed by his wife. Eads says better days are ahead for his city.
The people tonight, to get this moonshot off the ground, they lit that candle 3-1, and it's absolutely tremendous that the citizens of Bristol supported it the way they did. So thank you to everyone in Bristol who supported this project. We look forward to having this project open here soon in Bristol.
Gotta love that code, huh? Eads says once the casino is up and running, it should bring in about $15 million a year in tax revenue. That's money the city needs to pay off debt and to increase the salaries of city workers. Guys?
Thanks so much, PJ. Now for a look at some of the statewide races. We're going to turn to News 5's Christy Calcagno, who joins us in the studio with those results.
Senate races were watched closely across the nation, with Democrats hoping to capture the Senate majority, while Republicans hope to make gains in the House. First, let's take a look at Tennessee. The Associated Press has called Republican Bill Hagerty as the winner, beating out Democrat Marquita Bradshaw. In Virginia, the Associated Press has called Democrat Mark Warner as the winner in the U.S. Senate race, beating out Republican Daniel Gade. And in Kentucky, Republican incumbent Mitch McConnell is the projected winner for the U.S. Senate race, beating out Democrat Amy McGrath. Tonight, we have reactions from all the winners. The Associated Press has called Tennessee Republican Bill Hagerty as the winner in the U.S. Senate race, beating out Democrat Marquita Bradshaw. Hagerty says he's ready for the position.
And to the people of Tennessee, I am overwhelmed by your trust and your confidence in me. I appreciate and am overwhelmed by the history of this moment. And I look forward to serving you at the very best of my ability as your next senator from Tennessee.
Hagerty will join Republican Senator Marsha Blackburn, representing Tennessee in the Senate. Republicans have held both Senate seats in Tennessee since 1994.
Tonight, Tennesseans have proven that democracy still works, and they have made their choice.
Over in Kentucky, the Associated Press has called Republican Mitch McConnell as the winner in the U.S. Senate race, beating out Democrat Amy McGrath. At his watch party tonight, McConnell says he's the proven leader Kentucky needs.
The people of Kentucky had a clear choice, and they sent a clear message. Tonight, Kentuckians said that challenging times need proven leadership.
Over in Virginia, Democratic incumbent U.S. Senator Mark Warner has won his third term in office. Democrats have not lost a statewide election in Virginia since 2009.
I'm incredibly proud and grateful to the people of the Congress for sending me back to work in the Senate. And while we're all waiting on the national results, I'm optimistic that this is going to be a very, very good night for our country.
Warner is a former governor and current vice chair of the Senate Intelligence Committee. His message to Virginians: to stay positive as we continue to fight this global pandemic.
We're facing a challenge with this virus greater than anything we've seen in our lifetime, short of wartime. And the only way that we're going to be able to defeat that and truly build back better is if Americans become united.
The U.S. Senate seat was the only race that was decided tonight in Virginia, though all of the Commonwealth seats in the U.S. House of Representatives were up for re-election, including U.S. Representative Morgan Griffith, who is running unopposed.
All right, Christy, thank you for that. Now for a look ahead at the Tennessee congressional race, here's News 5's Caleb Perney.
Yeah, Julie, Diana Harshbarger is the winner of that race coming up after the break, what she hopes to do when she takes office.
Three candidates were vying to replace Phil Rowe in Congress after he served more than 10 years.
Tonight, News 5's Caleb Perney has the results of that race and reaction from tonight's winner.
Yeah, it was a lot of excitement here when Diana Harshbarger announced that she had won this race. And how are you feeling now?
I'm feeling absolutely awesome. To know that the people of the 1st District overwhelmingly picked me again in the general, it makes me feel fantastic. And I'm humbled and honored to be the Congresswoman-elect for the 1st District.
And what's the top priority when you get to Washington?
Well, it's to get the country opened again, get people back to work, get the kids back to school. This is overwhelmingly what friends and family here in 1st District has told me they want to happen. You know, and I think that I can certainly help along the lines of health care and giving people choices and transparency with drug pricing, and economic development is another huge issue that I want to tackle when I get there.
And real quickly, this was a historic race. You're only the 2nd woman to hold this seat. What does that mean to you?
Well, it means that people don't mind that a woman has taken this spot. And, you know, with the percentage of the vote that has come in already, it's astounding to me that they have overwhelmingly said, we want you to be our Congresswoman, and we want you to represent us. And they wanted an outsider and a business owner and a healthcare provider. So that's what I offered, and that's what they wanted, and that's what's going to happen.
All right, thank you so much, and congratulations. I'm going to toss it back over to you guys. Live in Kingsport, Caleb Perney, News 5, WCYB.
All right, Caleb, thank you for that. Coming up, a live update from the President Trump campaign as he waits to learn whether or not he will serve another 4 years.
And the latest with the Washington County, the latest with the Johnson City Commission race as well, and a live interview with one of the candidates.
Taking a look at Johnson City, where it was a highly contested race for multiple city commission seats. News 5's Angelique Arondock joining us live with the results there. Angelique?
The Washington County, Tennessee Election Commission still is processing those ballots, and we are waiting to get some of those results in. However, we do have some to work with now. We're still waiting to see exactly who the top 3 vote getters are out of the 8 candidates, but it looks like nearly 20% is going to the man standing right next to me here, socially distanced, Dr. Todd Fowler, who is one of the incumbents for this race. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And so talk to us a little bit about, because you said that you're an incumbent in this race, and talk to us about 4 years before this.
Yeah, this same thing. I was in the same place, and it was 11:15 before we got a lot of the results. I'm not sure what the problem is with Washington County's election commission, but we are working on seeing what the early vote. We don't have those results yet, which is going to be a big number, but it's nice to be in the lead before we get to that, but it's going to be a long night, it looks like.
Yeah, that's good to acknowledge that. Talk to us about how you've connected to voters this past campaign season. What were some of your talking points with them?
I think just being an incumbent and being in for the last 4 years that we kind of have the city going in a good direction, and that makes my job of running again easier because we have done fairly well and we'd like to keep doing what we've been doing.
And maybe in a short 20 to 30 seconds, your vision for Johnson City.
We would like to continue to grow, but grow slowly, plan ahead for the growth, attract more businesses here, more young people to come to our city, not lose as many people from ETSU, and try and keep our taxes lower so we can keep things going the way we're doing.
Great. Thank you, Todd Fowler, again for joining us this evening. Again, we'll have those results as we get them posted on WCYB.com. Reporting live in Johnson City, Angelique Arentop.
Thank you very much, Angelique. Turning now to some other races of note throughout our region. For details on some of those, we go to News 5's Jarvis Heron, who is in our newsroom with results.
Yeah, Rebecca, we're keeping an eye on several races here locally. Let's start, though, in the town of Irwin. They were voting for a new mayor tonight. This after Doris Hensley decided not to seek re-election after 2 terms. And the results are in, and it's Glenn White who will be the next mayor of Irwin. White, who's a county commissioner, received 44% of the vote. Michael Baker, an alderman the last 6 years, is the runner-up. He had 32% of the vote. Kathy Huskins had 24% of the vote. Let's stay, though, in the town of Irwin. They were also vying, 4 candidates vying, rather, for 2 alderman seats. James Hatcher and Paula Edwards receiving 33% and 30% of the votes, respectively. Hatcher is a former commissioner and a retired teacher. Edwards is a teacher at Unicoi County High School. She's following in her father's footsteps, as he himself was an alderman. Finally, another race we were keeping an eye on was over in Mountain City. They were electing a new mayor as well. Jerry Jordan currently in the lead over Gina Meade. Mountain City voting for a new mayor after Kevin Parsons, the former mayor, died unexpectedly back in September. Of course, if you want more election results from your local towns and jurisdictions, you can go to our website, WCYB.com. Julie?
Jarvis, thank you for that. As we continue to monitor results as they come into our newsroom, Kristen Kwan is speaking with our local political experts. She joins us now with the latest.
Our local analysts are calling this a historic election, saying that it could be a close race. Now, earlier today, I spoke with Dr. Daryl Carter, a history professor at ETSU. He says that even though the results are starting to pour in, we might not have the official results for some time.
We're not going to know the official results tonight. I think we're going to have a pretty good idea by 1 or 2 in the morning about where this is trending. I think people on the right are doing what the president's telling them to do, which is to go out and vote, and so they're supporting their particular candidate. On the left, on the Democratic side, there is such passion that they are coming out for Biden. For independents, same issue is at play, where they are wanting their voices to be heard, and that's something that we're seeing over and over and over again, which is people wanting their voices heard.
Be sure to stay with News 5 online, our website, WCYB.com, as well as our social media pages as we continue to monitor the election results. For now, I'm Kristen Kwan reporting.
Thank you, Kristen. The presidential race still too close to call, and we start with the Biden campaign. They're waiting for the results from, like the rest of the country, and they are in Wilmington, Delaware.
Meanwhile, the Trump campaign says they have what they call calm confidence in the numbers coming in tonight. Our team coverage now shifts to the national stage as Sinclair National correspondents James Rosen and Atra Elnashar have the latest from both camps.
Critical battleground states like Ohio and North Carolina too close to call right now. And our chief political correspondent, Scott Thuman, is tracking the late-breaking developments from Capitol Hill.
All right, we're at the part of the night now where things